slipped into the wind like the ashes from her cigarette, scattered and thrown on the breeze as he tried to forget. Lost all his heat, and his heart never will be the same. Lighter than air, now will only come down in the rain. Coming down in the rain, washing out of the sky, loaded down with the pain. Ain't no way to fly. You read him as clear as the wall where he once wrote his name. Right next to hers now he'll only come down in the rain. Strung out and hung out to dry, laughing under the light. Not such a dignified place, but he really don't mind. Lost likes it up there, now it'll only come down in the rain. Coming down in the rain, washing out of the sky, loaded down with the pain. Ain't no way to fly. Read him as clear as the wall where he once wrote his name. Right next to hers now he'll only come down in the rain. Burning himself out on a limb like a leaf in the fall. Plays for a while now, he's feeling all dried up and small. Color's all gone, disappeared just as quick as it came. Since he likes it up there now, he'll only come down in the rain. You can read him as clear as the wall where he once wrote his name. Right next to hers now he'll only come down in the rain. That's a reach. Oh. I will always be lonely. Nothing's ever gonna change that. It's the way that I'm wired, the way that I'm set back. From the man in the mainstream to the crown in the highway, I will always be lonely. That's the way that I am. I was born in the city, grew up in this country, used to work in a factory, didn't like it exactly. When the road gets bumpy, try not to get too jumpy, or your head'll get lumpy. You start looking like me, I will always be lonely. Blue crack in a square part, head round in a word heart, round world in a square heart. I will always be lonely. It's so low power, no cables, no towers, no kilowatt hours. I will always be lonely. It's what I'm going on about. Love is hope without doubt. Hate is fate turned out. I will always be lonely. It's a chronic fever that burns in your cheever. Now bring on the reliever. I will always be lonely. Nothing's ever gonna change that. It's the way that I'm wired, it's the way that I'm set back. I will always be lonely. From the man in the mainstream to the crowd in the highway, I will always be lonely. That's the way that I am. Oh, we don't have a capo, but we're gonna go get it. So here's what we're gonna do. Oh my. Oh my. We're gonna go like that just for 1 second. Right back. God damn. We're okay. Hang on, ladies and gentlemen. Woo. That's why you don't do that. Ooh, baby. Alright, we'll take a short. That was the mission. Alright, come back. Leave it out. Main thing is stay relaxed, you know. Just be glad you're not on the camera, which will be going right back on the camera. If anyone is still or ever there. Whew. That was fun. Just to get a capo. Just to get the capo, that's all. For I don't even know why. All right. You had an idea. can't get around it. Better go down. Can't get under, so I better go up. Start all over again. Trouble if you stay, sorrow if you go. Seems like you leave too fast or you check out way too slow. Seems like every path leads to something I don't know, over and over again. Feels like I'm running underwater, in way up over my head. God bless the sons and the daughters whose fate has not been said. I really didn't know, didn't get to say goodbye. I know it still hurts, don't know if I'll ever cry. I can't find the words, so I just shake my head and I start all over again. Feels like I'm running underwater, in way up over my head. God bless the sons and the daughters whose fate has not been said. Trouble if you stay, sorrow if you go. Chords caught. Whew. If I had my way, I'd be in your town. I might not stay, but at least I would have been around. 'Cause there's something about what happens when we talk. Something about what happens when we talk. Does this make sense? It doesn't matter anyway. Is this coincidence? Or was it really meant to be? 'Cause there's something about what happens when we talk. Something about what happens when we talk. Conversation with you is like a drug. It's not your face so much as your words. 'Cause there's something about what happens when we talk. something about what happens when we talk. Can't stay around now, 'cause I'm going back south. The only thing that I regret is that I never kissed your mouth. 'Cause there's something about what happens when we talk. Something about what happens when we talk. If I had my way, I'd be in your town. Might not stay, but at least I would have been around. 'Cause there's something about what happens when we talk. So I wonder how she's doing. Hate it when the rumors fly. Give off such a strange sense of mission when your helplessness on high. She would never run from strangers, sail alone like a bell will toll high above. Cring and the clatter out of fear of her demon soul. Maybe none of this is my business. Maybe none of what I hear is true. I am far from the mint condition. Circulation's hard on you. Hold tight, hang tough. Love's not enough to keep you off that stuff. To say, hold tight, hang tough. Love's not enough to keep you off that stuff. To say now. He could always find the holes in the bottles, even with the blindfold on. Never kept his seat on the wagon, rolling off like a rolling stone. Blue chalk between his fingers, hustling a pool room song. Always kept a line for the singer, pointing his cue right from wrong. Hold tight, hang tough. Love's not enough to keep you off that stuff. To say so I wonder how she's doing. Hate it when the rumors fly. I give off such a strange sense of mission when your helplessness on high. She would never Run from strangers, sail alone like a bell will toll high above the cloud, out of fear of her demon soul. Good afternoon, Disillusioned. How are you? I don't even want to, but hey. Corrective measure. All right. Crops are all in and the peaches are rotting. Oranges are piled in their creosote dumps. Flying them back to the Mexican border, just to pay all the wages and wait back again. Bye to my Juan, goodbye Rosalita. Adios mi amigos, Jesus and Maria. Won't need a name when you ride that big airplane. All they will call you will be deportee. My father's own father, he waded that river. They took all the money he made in his life. Brothers and sisters, come work on the fruit tree. And they rode on them trucks till they lay down and died. Goodbye to my Juan, goodbye Rosalita. Adios mi amigos, Jesus and Maria. Won't have a name when you ride that big airplane. All they will call you will be deportee. Some are illegal and some are unwanted. Work contracts up and we've got to move on. 600 miles to that Mexican border. Chase us like outlaws, like rustlers, like thieves. Skyplane caught fire over Los Gatos Canyon. Like a fireball of lightning, it shook all our hills. Who are these friends that are scattered like dry leaves? Radio says they are just deportees. Goodbye to my one, goodbye Rosalita. Adios mi amigos, Jesus Maria. You won't have a name when you ride that big airplane. All they will call you will be deportee. They died in your hills and they've died in your deserts. Died in your valleys and died on your plains. Died neath your trees and died in your bushes. Both sides of that river we die both the same. Goodbye to my one, goodbye Rosalita. Adios mi amigos, Jesus Maria. You won't have a name when you ride that big airplane. All they will call you will be deportee. Woody Guthrie. Magic in that song. Magic in that song. Snow don't fall on summer's time. Wind don't blow below the sea. My love lies beneath the frozen skies. Waits in sweet repose for me. Her eyes did laugh and her lips did sing. Her legs did roll, my soul to bring. Hair did curl and her thoughts unfurl like birds upon the wings of spring. My love I need not see to know she cast her glance at me. Snow don't fall on summer's time. Wind don't blow below the sea. My love lies beneath the frozen sky, waits in sweet repose for me. did sing. Am I a fool at this late day to heed a voice that says you can be great? I heard it young, now I hear it again. It says you can be better than you've ever been. Don't wanna waste what I have to give or any of the time that I've left to live. Don't wanna waste what I have to give, all of the time that I got left. Can do more than I thought I could. Work brings more luck than knocking on wood. There's random bad and random good. Work brings more good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Ask the world says no. Old world refrain, mine says go. Ask the world and the world says no. Old world refrain, mine says go. Don't wanna waste what I have to give to any of the time that I've left to live. Don't wanna waste what I have to give, the time that I got left. I can do more than I thought I could. Work brings more luck than knocking on wood. It's random bad, random good. Work brings more good luck. Good luck. I better be off. Got dreams to dream, though it seems uphill and a little extreme. If I can find hope in this fading light, I'll find you on the morning side. If I can find hope in this fading light, I'll find you on the morning side. I heard he was scraping Dixie, looking for a job, looking for some work to get him by, steering clear of all the jails, skinny as a rail. Face would hardly move from day to day. His face would hardly move from day to day. Don't you set your mouth on me. Don't you set your mouth on me. Don't you set your mouth and jump salty as the sea. Even though she was the one, even so I'll overcome. Just set your mouth on me like I belong. Set your mouth on me like I belong. Well, he learned to cook short order, was a poor man in a bar, and a bubble dancer till his face got steam. And I know that he was bugged, dishing out them slaps and slugs. Said that grease got all up in his dreams. Said that grease got all up in his dreams. VFW from somewhere with that 1,000-yard stare. The VA kept him hanging on the line. His disability was pending. I'd get these scribes that he was sending, scraping by till the weather warms this way, scraping Dixie till the weather warms this way. I heard he was scraping Dixie, maybe Carolina way, looking for some cash to pass him through. Oh, what you gonna do? We all have to line the flu. And I'll fight until they put that tree suit on. I'll be fighting till they put that tree suit on. Don't you set your mouth on me. Don't you set your mouth on me. Set your mouth on me like I belong. Even though she was the one, even so I'll overcome. Don't you set your mouth on me like I belong. I heard he was scraping Dixie, looking for a job, looking for some work to get him by, steering clear of all the jail. He was skinny as a rail, and his face would hardly move from day to day. Jamie ran aground out in Ohio. Wife left him for the great unknown. Said he's gonna take to the high road, and he will find a place alone. He said he just could not make her happy, that he never tried so hard before. He'd wake up first and make the coffee. Now the mornings were like war, 'cause there's a bar room for every way the wind blows, and a harness for every mother's son. Pull your own weight or else it pulls you. gets harder the longer that you run. Harder the longer that you run. Well, Jamie's from the last great breed of roadmen, Woody Jack and Kerouac and such. Here was a woman he would die for, beauty no road could ever touch. The town was nearly famous for the glassworks and the factory where they made hoods for the clan. Football Hall of Famer in the phone book, only trouble for an empty man. 'Cause there's a barroom for every way the wind blows, and temptation in every substance known. Pull your own weight or else it pulls you. Gets harder the older that you've grown. Harder the older that you've grown. He will find some refuge in his music and the long shot that they will reconcile. Meantime is a meantime and he knows it, till the day he's back up on the pile. And there are headlights heading from Ohio, and teardrops saltier than rain. Taillights that tell a tale still tender, and a cold wind that's a blowing through the night. Cold wind blowing through the night. Jamie B. by John Gorka. What a nice note, thank you. Hopper. Living on the road, my friend, was gonna keep you free and clean. Now you wear your skin like iron, your breath's as hard as kerosene. Weren't your mama's only boy, but her favorite one it seemed. Began to cry when you said goodbye, sank into your dreams. Pancho was a bandit, boys, his horse as fast as polished steel, wore his gun outside his pants for all the honest world to feel. Pancho met his match, you know, in the desert down in Mexico. No one heard his dying words, and that's the way it goes. All the federales say they could have had him any day. Only let him go so long, out of kindness, I suppose. Now Lefty, he can't sing the blues all night long like he used to. The dust that Pancho bit down south ended up in Lefty's mouth. The day they laid poor Pancho low, Lefty split for Ohio, where he got the bread to go. There ain't nobody knows. And all those federales say they could have had him any day. Only let him slip away, out of kindness, I suppose. Now the poets tell how Pancho fell and how Lefty is living in a cheap hotel. The desert's quiet and Cleveland's cold, and so the story ends, we're told. Pancho needs your prayers, it's true, but save a few for Lefty too. Only did what he had to do, and now he's growing old. All the federales say they could have had him any day. Only let him right away, out of kindness, I suppose. Maureen, shot a doctor last night on the airplane. Well, he said he wouldn't hurt us, but he got me real nervous and mean. He was fat and he stank. God knows he drank more than we do. So I shot him in the first class, then I bailed out and ran home to you. I bet you don't believe me, I can tell by your smile. Honey, why don't you leave me? Get lost for a while. Maureen, there's a hole in between where we come from and the things that I'm thinking ain't necessarily the things that I say. I may have lied to myself, but I've tried to tell God how I love you. Even he don't answer his phone anymore when I pray. I bet you don't believe me, I can tell by your smile. Honey, why don't you leave me? Get lost for a while. Maureen. Maureen, I shot a doctor last night on the airplane. He said he wouldn't hurt us, but he got me real nervous and mean. Nervous and mean. That was a John Prine song. Here's John Gorka. Flying Red Horse. Flying Red Horse from the gasoline wars took off from her station to the sun. Turning her back on the pack at the pump, she took off from her sign to run. Full-serve attendants were spilling their hoses, and self-serve was doing the same. Manager dialed the emergency number. Insurance man won't take the claim. Sight of a horse crossing highways is frightening, but not with a breed that can fly. She's risen up to the level of oak trees beneath the radar man's eye. I'm not much of a joiner, she said. That's not where I draw my strength. Some they may go for the depth of field, while others will go for the length. Me, I will go for that hard combination, 'cause I have a need to belong. I'm leaning up to the unkind behind me. I'll take what is mine and beyond. See something red flash across the horizon. It's not that your eyes aren't right. She's taken her place with the red-tailed hawks and the broad-winged bird in flight. Flying Red Horse from the Ruby Road north took off from her station to the south. I swear to you that this story is true. Well, I heard it right from her mouth. Think they can tame you, name you and frame you, aim you where you don't belong. They know where you've been, but not where you're going. And that is the strength in the songs. Never let her roots go brown. Kept moving them from town to town, like she was running from a restless sound that would use her name in vain. Back then she was the one to know. We didn't like it, but we loved her so. It broke our hearts to let her go, as if we had a choice. As if we had a choice. Oh, as if we had a choice. It broke our hearts to let her go, as if we had a choice. With far too many brows to soothe, there was nothing much to prove. On occasion with the moveless move and the smoking overpass. Take it from the one who tries, there's nothing friendly in the open skies. Nothing up there ever satisfies. Yeah, the air is thin and cold. The air is thin and cold. Yeah, the air is thin and cold. Nothing up there ever satisfies. The air is thin and cold. Amberly, back then we called her Amberly. We all landed in her way. Amberly. Both a first and second wife, unhappy almost all her life. Pain is sharper with a dull-edged knife, and the rust can lock you in. The highway was her habitat. She wouldn't cut it as a diplomat. She's not sorry that it came to that. What's a girl to do? They call her names 'cause they think they can. She wouldn't hear them if she was a man. We're all just flashes in a great big pan. You're turning up the heat. Yeah, they're turning up the heat. They're turning up the heat. We're just flashes in a great big pan, turning up the heat. Amberly, back then we called her Amberly. We all landed in her way. Amberly. It's a beautiful John Gorka song. Do one more, I think. Had something in mind, but I forgot what it was. But anyway, that's where I was, right? Come to town from the naval base, looking for a stiff drink and a pretty face. Hang around the whorehouses all night long. Some were drifters, some were bums, some just waiting for the war to come. Out behind the factory with a bottle and a factory girl. Small town on the river. Small town on the river. Some men came home aces and some were carried home. Everyone was a hero, no man was left alone. Oh, some got jobs, some went to school, some found they fathered kids. Some just couldn't escape and wound up on the skid. In that small town on the river. Small town on the river. "40 years later, town remains the same. One mill burnt down, another was built. Now the paychecks come from a different name. And the Eagles in the Legion Hall, nothing seems to age. St. Jake's told, TV on, paper open to the sports page. In that small town on the river. Small town on the river. I was talking to the bartender last night at the PAC. Navy man from World War II, sharp dresser though he don't have to be. And over a double bourbon, he says, "I'll tell you man to man. This town died 40 years ago. Son, get out while you can." And that small town on the river. Small town on the river. Used to come to town from the naval base, looking for a stiff drink and a pretty face. Hang around the whorehouses all night long. Some were drifters, some were bums, some just waiting for the war to come. Out behind the factory with a bottle and a factory girl. That small town on the river. Small town on the river. All right. Thanks for listening.